Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Belua Sanguinare Revisited, a vampire overhaul mod. So first off, this is very different than your standard vampire overhauls. One of the main differences is this goes off more the European lore, not the Elder Scrolls lore. So, first off, we'll just go over the basic things that are involved in here. We've got Conceal Mortalis Forma. As you see there, that lets you conceal your identity when you are hungry. Because when you are hungry enough to where you are ravenous, you have this black aura around you and you will be attacked on sight. So you have to activate that, otherwise you will be attacked. But if you have that activated, I don't believe you can feed, so you have to deactivate it to feed. You get extra strength, so you get more carrying capacity depending on what rank or level that of a vampire you are, such as your fleshling, sire, master, and elder, and all that. As for the ranks, there are 5 ranks: fletchling, risen, master, progenitor, I reached out Progenitor, and then sire. Now, as you go up in your rank, of course, the sun's going to hurt you more. No sustenance from food, which means you cannot heal by eating at all. The only way you can heal is by, as you see there, harvesting hearts from a fresh corpse. And then after so long, that heart gets destroyed and you cannot use it. So in order to do that, you got to use a preservation jar and stick it in there. I'm the risen, so I got a bonus to my health regeneration at 20%. Argonia has resist disease, adaptation, that's from a different mod altogether. Frost resistant, you get 10% bonus to frost resistant. We got resist poison. Rested, a risen vampire, you gain a 10% increase in attack power, or an attack, power attack, and bash attack damage. Time will slow down by 15% when zooming in with a bow, and 20% decrease in falling damage. You will lose the strength in direct sunlight. Self-restoration effectiveness. Eventually, I believe if you go all the way up to Sire, then your healing spells do absolutely nothing. So your spells are weakened, you cannot heal off food, and you won't be able to use your potions. Tongue of Seduction, so you do get an increase in speechcraft. Vampiric Evasion, 20% chance to dodge power attacks. That's just like one of the perks in the blocking, where it automatically jumps into slow motion. Vampiric Step, you move more quietly. That's a bonus to anybody that's going more of a stealth route. Water breathing with the Argonian, weakness to fire, 40%. The higher you go on the ranking, the weaker you're going to get, but the more power you get. So you kind of got to decide which is which. Weakness to garlic and silver. If anybody uses a silver weapon or is carrying garlic, they do extra damage to you. Well hydrated, well sated. Now, as for your spells, you get Breath of Frost eventually. I believe you gotta rank up the one time to get that. You get Dark Gift. Dark Gift will consume a portion of your current health in return for rewarding 3 times as much health over 10 seconds. So it's a nice way to heal up and use some of your health and get 3 times as much back. So of course a third of that is what you already had, so you get an extra 2/3 from what you had to begin with. We've got Dark Sacrifice. Casting Dark Sacrifice on a reanimated follower will instantly sacrifice them. So this and restores your health, magic, and stamina. Now this includes if you kill someone and they just get brought back to life, or if you use one of the reanimate corpse spells or anything like that, they come back, you can use that to heal yourself. Dark Life Force, absorb a target's health. Basically vampiric drain. Not even going to try to pronounce that. You can sense the presence of the dead and undead around you, and there's the same. You got the same one that allows you for health, improved vampire sight. There's the vampire sight in the night. Very handy, and it's not black and white like I believe Night Eye is. And you can turn that off at will. And there's the one to sense the blood of the living. Now, when you get hungry enough, you start seeing like this red glow around living people. Dude, that spell, we went over that one, lets you conceal your identity when you're hungry. Vampire Seduction works the same as the other ones. I believe you get, I think you have to get it after you rank up once. You might get it when you start out, not sure. Vampire Speed, you get more speed, you are faster. Basically a slow motion thing. Vampiric Command, used to command animal allies to follow or leave you. When used on living thralls, it releases them from servitude. So you can kind of force someone to be your follower. And this is just all to configure your settings. And you can go through here and change whatever you want to change. And then it just disappears. Now as you go up, you also rank up, you get more spells every time you rank up. And one of the spells, you can convince someone. They will invite you into their house, so you do not get hurt from trespassing. And so that allows you to be hurt there, and they go to bed so you can feed on them. So as long as they're the only one there, you will be welcome in there, and they will go to sleep so you can feast on them. I believe you get down the 3rd rank of Master. And we also get your resistance to disease, weakness to sunlight, trespassing. Now, once you get high enough, you'll also be able to sense garlic, so they will have this kind of green glow around them. That lets you know they're carrying garlic, and if they're carrying garlic, I don't believe you can bite them either. Which means you're going to have to pickpocket them, get the garlic out of there, which will hurt you as long as it's in your inventory. So you will need to drop that, and then bite. Yes, it can also be hurt by any holy shrine, which I'll show you in a bit here. You know, we all know there's a shrine here in Whiterun. That's the most common one.
Never should have come here.
Vampire.
No more. I yield.
I'm just gonna go turn my immersive HUD back off.
I'll make you pay. I'll see you in pieces.
Not like this.
Of course, because I ended up hitting a guard. No. But hopefully he goes down to one knee. See, there's that slow motion that activated there. Now, when they go down to one knee, should be able to feed attack them.
Crimes against Skyrim and her people.
But it's not working.
Damn you!
For whatever reason. Do I have something that changes the menu equipped right now? No. Huh. Wait, oh, I think I know what it is. I think I still have my thing activated to hide my identity. Whoops. Wrong one. There it is. And of course I can't do anything with that now because he's already dead. What? There is people over here still.
That takes care of that. What do you need?
Heard they were forming a Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. The old
So,
fort.
let's see if we can do some harvesting here. So now that he's dead, you can see he's a fresh corpse, he can be sensed, and you can harvest the heart. Or rather, you can try to.
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
And let's see, yes, it's damaged, but we got it. But who's all going to attack?
See you in pieces. Give up while you still can.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
No, I will not. But for the purpose of this video, which completely wrecked them.
Someone do something.
I think you're bleeding.
By the gods, no. Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Oh, then why are you approaching me?
What happened?
So, moving on. Now, we got the holy shrine that's over here. Now, you'll see as we get closer to it, it will start to hurt. And if you're in first person, you can see it blinds you the closer you get to it. Well, he's the only one
You have
here.
committed crimes against Skyrim.
No, I do not. Let's see if we can get the feet attack in here.
Do your worst.
Maybe I should use my weaker weapon to show that, but yeah. When they're down on one knee, you can just feet attack them. That's one way you can heal yourself. Or quench your thirst, your hunger. Now, to track your progress, see it's destroyed heart, so I will not be able to use that. But to track your progress, it's actually in the Vampire Journal. You can go ahead and read through all that if you want to, which you see your requirements for next rank. You must feed at least 12 times, kill 4 by feeding so you can just keep drinking their blood over and over until they die, or do a feed attack or something. Drain 400% of health from feeding. And once you complete those requirements, you just go to any inn, any bed, wherever you can sleep, and just sleep for a full 24 hours. Then you are given the option to either give in and become stronger, but you got more weakness, or just stay at the rank you're at. Now, if you ever want to revert ranks, you just got to starve yourself for a few days and then sleep. Let's see, where's their house? This somebody's house? That's a temple. That would be very bad for me. Sure. Wait, didn't you? Oh, yes, I do. And in we go. If you're gonna sneak into a house to feed, normally there's no problem with that. But as I said, you get this trespassing damage. If you are not invited in, you are getting damaged. See? Of course, the higher rank you are, the more damage you're going to take. And look at that. Your character actually starts scabbing over and burning. I love that. Let's just see what's on the Nexus here. See if there's anything for getting harvesting heart, feeding, carry capacity. Yeah. Yeah, your vampire moves quicker than normal. And I believe they use less stamina for their running. So they move faster and use less stamina for their running. Yes. Like Master Vampire, they also have Breathless, Slow Fall, Lightfoot. And they got a bunch more. Lumen Extinguier. So you can extinguish torches from a distance, keep you in the dark. Bloodrend. And Darken. Yeah, there's a lot of powers still to go. Now, something that other mods don't seem to have is when you are out in the sun. There, you can see them starting to smoke.
Just stand still.
Time to finish this.
Do we have any potions here? No, we... Thought we had a heart. It didn't destroy, did it? It must have. Well, then let's just do this so we don't have to sit through loading screens. And take out the dagger. There we go. See, there we go. He's crouched. And you can just perform a feet attack. And it's the animation just kind of... there. There you go. You sit there and you fed. Well, I guess we'll just quickly take care of these guys. Whoops. Then I unequip the arrows. Okay, that's everyone. Now, back to the sunlight. You get damaged and you burn up. But if you're in the shadows, you stop burning and you actually regen health. Now, the more powerful you are, the higher you are in your rankings, the faster, or not faster, but the more damage you take in the sunlight. Now, since you are a vampire, it is as you would expect. Let's see if I can just set it right here. What is it? I believe it is. Yes. Time scale. I'm gonna do it. Fine. We'll go like this and just set it ourselves. Set. Time scale. 1,000. Now the time is... Oh. I forgot 2. 1,000. There. Now as you see... Okay, that does not appear to change how fast you get hurt. So I guess you're just gonna have to walk around, wait it up. Okay, so now we're back. Actually went over to Riverwood and ran out into the forest so we don't have to deal with the guards. But yeah, this health is just about down. So you can go in the shadows and take cover from the sun. Or if you're outside, you end up burning to death. You got that nice look there of your skin scabbing up, burning, crusting. But when you actually die, you go up in flames and turn into vampire dust. That is cool. In my experience, becoming it, if you choose to keep getting more and more power, I've changed the time scale now, so I don't know if that's going to affect it a whole lot. But when I was playing with the default 20 to 1, 20 minutes in game is equal to 1 minute in real life. Just surviving and looking for someone to feed on with that default time scale there, at least, quickly became the game. It became a game about survival. I didn't have time to be running around for that. Now, as I was saying, you go under food, you got the preservation jar. This is where you'll put your hearts after you harvest them out of a person. That'll keep them from being destroyed over time. Now you got a healthy heart, which will completely heal you up, your health, magic, and stamina. And you got the damaged heart, which only heals 100 points of each. And then destroyed heart, which heals nothing, you can just use it in alchemy. So you got your 3 levels of your hearts there. So you can put them in here and save them. Now, when you use it to heal, to eat the heart out of the jar, sometimes the jar breaks and you gotta make a new one. Other times, the jar remains intact and just fine. You can put another heart in it. So when you use it, it's a bit of a gamble. A little bit. Unless you have an ass ton of all this material, then by all means, it's not gonna matter. You're gonna have all the jars you want. And that's about it for what Belua Sanguinare Revisited brings in. Of course, you cannot use it with any other vampire mod overhaul, such as Better Vampires, because they're going to conflict. They're both overhauls. Now, as to which one to get, if you want to live in Skyrim as a vampire, Better Vampires. But if you want to live as a vampire in Skyrim, then Belua every time. Now, in order to become, just jump on over to my other character here. Now, in order to become the Sanguinar, the Belua vampire, you don't get bit, you don't get infected. Instead, when you install the mod, when you start a new game, or if you continue with your old character, you get up from the stool here. What time is it? 6:58 a.m. Let's go out into the sun to show this off. But you don't have to go through the pain of getting bit and getting infected, waiting for time to pass, becoming a vampire, or any of that. You choose when you want to become it. Once you become it, as far as I know, there's no cure to it. Aside from uninstalling the mod, which I don't know what that'll do to your game if you are the vampire and you uninstall it. So, when you're out here, well, you don't have to be out here, but anywhere, you get your game, you install the mod, you get this right here. So you get 1 potion here that you can drink. Drink that, you will become the Belua vampire. Remember, once you drink it, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I'm aware, there is no cure to it. And when you drink it, you go through a transformation.
We're here to teach you a lesson.
This'll teach you not to take things that don't belong to you.
Go black, you change into the vampire. And here we go. Get this black cloud around you, you float up. You sense that you are satiated. And there you go, vampires are undead. As a vampire or a member of the undead, you ignore all effects of exposure. Exposure will not affect your skills, and frigid water will not harm you. So if you're using Frostball with this, you do not have to worry about getting cold at all. So in a way, they do work together, but at the same time, you're eliminating a fair amount of Frostfall survivability there. So that's so you might want to have a second character for that, or you might not. That all depends on you and what you want to do. So it doesn't matter, you can go up into the mountains, not freeze, sit in the water all the time. You will get cold. You will get wet. But it's not going to affect you at all. Still going to be just perfectly fine. And that'll about do it for this month.